Hi, I'm Rob, and in this Gems of War video, I'm just going to go over the new 6.8 update Treasures and Temptations, because it's quite an interesting one. The first part is to do with the intro sequence, and it's basically only going to be seen if you're a new player, because it now contains conversations that use the new comic book style that is seen in the rest of the game. There's 3 new battles with different characters as well. Now these new troops, Elenor, Mysterious Hero, the Guardian Dragon and the Militia Man, come from Sword's Edge and can be found from chests after weekly reset. They've also simplified the hero creation so players can choose between 3 possible avatars and can tap on the hero name to change it. Now this part of the update I really actually like. It's the Wandering Merchant system. This to me sounds actually pretty interesting. They've added a new random encounter system that can trigger at the end of non-boss battles in Explores and Delves. Now the Wandering Merchant system has a 15% chance to trigger at the end of non-boss battles in Delves and Explores. So some people may find this ever so slightly irritating, because basically if you're just trying to get things done in a hurry and explore one or something and this keeps on popping up, it is going to interfere with what you're doing. But I think a lot of people are going to actually quite enjoy this, because there's 4 different things that can happen. First up, the Merchant can appear. There's basically 4 different types of encounters that you can get. The Merchant can appear, and he will offer 2 deals, one costing gold and one costing gems. You have the option to choose between any of the deals to spend their resources on or back out and ignore them. The second type of character that can appear is the Genie. This encounter shows a possible buff and a possible debuff. You can take the chance to get the buff, but also have the chance to get the debuff instead. The effect gained will apply in battles until the end of the Delve map or Explore run. I advise most people to basically ignore that one if that pops up. That is going to be very irritating if the debuff comes along, and it's just going to be a source of frustration, I think. Next one is the Demon, or the Daemon. This encounter shows a buff and a debuff as well, and if a player accepts the deal, they will get both the buff and the debuff in battles until the end of the Delve map or Explore run. So, same as the previous one I'm pretty much going to ignore every single time. Do not want that debuff, thanks. I'm just quite happy knowing my powers, knowing what I'm capable of, and going on that. And the last one is the Angel. This is the rarest encounter, which will present 2 possible rewards for players to choose from, and they may only select one. Now you can close an encounter without selecting it, and if you do so, it'll be gone. You can't actually go back on it and change your mind. So make sure that if you don't want to do that and close the encounter, you are absolutely sure. So let's see if we can get one of these to appear. I'm just going to do a bunch of Explore ones. 15% chance for one of these to appear at the end of any non-boss battle. So at the end of this, there's basically 1 in 6 chance, roughly, just over. Now here is an example of a Daemon Offer. The encounter shows a buff and a debuff. If you accept the deal, you will get both the buff and the debuff in battles until the end of the Delve map or Explore run. Now this is actually a little bit interesting, this one, because most of the time you're just going to back out and just ignore it. But there are examples such as this one here, where if just by pure fluke that works in your favour, especially if you're a newer player, that can actually be quite beneficial. Gain bonus purple if you're using a purple team, for example, and you don't use green in any way, shape or form on any of your team. This sort of thing is actually quite useful. So not entirely useless, these ones from the Daemon, so there will be times when they come in handy. And here is an example of the Genie Offer. Shabanu Vesperis popped up and said, "Care to try your luck with me?" Interesting offer indeed. And 2 things are there. Now, this is not a choice. Either one of these things can happen, and you can't choose. It is random. Either stun all enemies at the start of battle, which is in your favour, or eliminate 10% of your armour at the start of battle, which is obviously not in your favour. Other things can happen. This is just one example of what the Genie can offer you. 99 times out of 100, you're probably going to just back out and say no, because what is the point? After all, most players are going to pick the team for any Explore level or Delve which they know is quite capable of doing the task required. So why risk getting an annoying debuff? Most of the time you're just going to go back out and say, no, I'm going to leave, see you later. And here we have an example of the Merchant. This encounter will offer 2 deals. One costs gold, one costs gems, And you have the option of choosing one or the other, or none at all, and just backing out. What is good value and what is bad value will vary upon each person. I'm not going to go for either of these, but one that is particularly good value, I think, I've noticed so far, is an Imperial Deed offer for 250 gems. Imperial Deeds are one of the things that hold back your kingdoms, especially as you advance in the game. And for 250 gems, I don't think that's actually too bad at all. But if you're not interested in these, again, just back out, pick yes to leave, and you're gone. But you can't change your mind. And lastly, we have the Angel. This is the rarest encounter. I've not seen it yet, so I don't have a little clip on that. And this will present 2 possible rewards for you to choose from, but you can only select one. I've not actually seen that yet, so don't know what that looks like. So, but yeah, I think these are actually overall pretty cool. There will be times when you're going to get a little bit irritated by them, maybe, because it interrupts a quick game you're trying to do or something. But overall, quite a lot of fun and a worthy addition to the game, I think. I think this is actually a pretty cool idea. And especially is the nice addition of the these things won't appear if you're doing a Nomapalooza. So that is a really good idea. Like a lot of people would have thought that these would have been added in to slow people down or something like that. But nope, these wandering merchants cannot appear during a Nomapalooza run, which is nice. Yeah, so let me know in the comments what you think about this wandering merchant system. I know for me, I'll be ignoring the Daemon and the Genie when they pop in, but the merchant, when he pops in, I will definitely be taking up some of those offers. Let me know what you think in the comments about that, because that's actually pretty cool, I think. But there's other updates as well. The Flash offer update. The Flash offers have had a visual update to match the new user interface style, and they've added some new bonus rewards to some Flash offers and some other minor things like that. There's 3 new achievements. What can I do for you? Encounter the merchant 10 times. The Forstian Bargain, encounter the Daemon 5 times, and touched by an angel, encounter the angel 1 time. So that is suggesting that the angel is 10 times less likely to appear than the merchant. And some general things, they've added a button that will appear on the world map while a holiday event is running, making it easier for players to access the holiday event menus. And they've added new heroic gems to the game, which will be part of the future campaigns or kingdom reworks. So that is actually pretty cool, and a few minor bug fixes. But there it is, there's all the updates for 6.8. The Wandering Merchant being by far the most interesting one out of all that little lot. Well, there's a video. If you enjoyed it, anything like that, be sure to click that like and subscribe button. And let me know in the comments what you think about this Wandering Merchant thing. I think it's quite cool, but it's not going to be for everyone. But thanks for watching, and bye for now.